Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse. For some more firehouse reasoning, I think tonight before we start to fire from the fire, I will once more again explain what it is when I say welcome back to the firehouse. You know, I've always tried and every time I do a video, if I can help it, go over what I've said on more than one occasion. That the firehouse is equivalent to where the sun is. Now the sun is on the external, on the outside. But in life, like I said before, life is like that science that they have, quantum physics. So life is a in and a out. You understand? And firehouse is in the in. So it's not a place that you can actually see like how you would see the sun. Simply because it's on the inside. You see what I mean? Now, for you to understand firehouse, you've got to understand that life is a duality. In and out, yin and yang, male and female, left and right, God and the devil, and all this kind of business. So, intelligence also have a shadow. And you have inward intelligence and outward intelligence. Now, when you are outwardly intelligent, say you are intelligent in knowledge, you are intelligent about physical life then. You know, like a scientist who knows everything he can about physical life, like my body. Yeah? But behind the body is a non-physical life, which got nothing to do with physicality. You know what I mean? And you cannot now examine what is behind physicality in the same way that you would go about examining the material world as it was, or physical objects. You understand? Now, when you are examining what they probably call matter, then physical objects are the material world. Ain't no need for you to be a moral being. Understand? You don't have to be moral about it. You just simply go to whatever institution they have where they train you to be whatever field you want to go into. You know what I mean? To study physical objects or to know about the physical world. You see what I mean? Now, let's take the outside scientist who is also telling you about quantum physics. You know what I mean? He will explain to you that whatever he finds out in the physical laws that he's found out, he's got to follow rules and regulation to find them out. You see what I mean? Because the whole universe is governed by law, whether it's the in one or the out. You understand? So for them to understand physical life, even though they don't have to be moral, they still have to follow a law, certain procedures. Otherwise, things don't work. You understand? And that is, like I would say, the outward form of intelligence, which is actually the shadow of intelligence. You know what I mean? It looks very much like intelligence. You know, just like how your shadow have a resemblance to yourself, but obviously your shadow is not you. So the whole idea in this reasoning then is to penetrate beyond the physical appearance of things, or to go beyond the appearance of intelligence to where true intelligence is, and to examine what this true intelligence is, if you know what I mean. Now, like I tell you before, the outward form of intelligence doesn't require any morality about it. You don't have to be moral. But the inward form, you have to self-discipline. Self-discipline means exactly what it says. You know what I mean? No one can teach you this one but yourself. Because only you know the type of being that you are within your own self. So only you can correct your own faults. You see what I mean? Now if you are such a being and you set about doing such a thing as to correcting your own ignorance, well, it is our own ignorance, nobody else. You know what I mean? So if we collect our own ignorance, it allows us to come within, as it was. And now to, as it was, say this is my physical body. When you practice self-discipline, it allows you to penetrate beyond the body, see what is behind there, or understand what is driving the body, what it is that is inside of the body. You see what I mean? So when you can do this now, you can identify yourself as a spirit. And once you identify yourself as a spirit, you identify everybody else. You see what I mean? When you know yourself, you know everyone else. Now, when you know the correct way that you should be behaving, you know how everyone else should be behaving as well. You understand? So, you know now that once you penetrate within, you can see, because when you penetrate within, what you're actually going to do is to open the inner eyes. Because don't forget, these are just the physical eyes. You see what I mean? Ain't no way of seeing with these in the unseen, if you know what I mean. And don't make it, don't feel that the unseen is some ridiculous or far off. The unseen is right here. Like you draw the breath, you know. Like I tell you, when you ask another human being what color the mind is, they don't know, because the mind hasn't got a color in it. You see what I mean? The mind is invisible. So actually, in the quantum kind of style, like, we are not visible beings, although we appear to be visible. You see what I mean? But you have to wake up your inward intelligence to see this. You know? Because normal intelligence will just tell you that, oh yes, I can see him. So therefore, if I was to, which I know this already, tell a human being that, listen, you cannot see me. You don't even know who I am. You know what I mean? The name that my mother gives to me is not me. But you can't, I'm not saying if somebody call that name, I won't answer to that name. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that when you penetrate within, you'll be able to understand these things. In the quantum style, I mean, you know. So what you think you are seeing, you are not seeing. Outward intelligence will report to you that I am a black man, wouldn't it? Or that you are a white man. That's outward intelligence. Inward intelligence show you that you are a spirit without any color. You see what I mean? So those people out there who, as an example, they identifying me as a black man, and is confident as according to their scientific research that I am, are not exhibiting what I would call intelligence, but the shadow of it. You see what I mean? Because then they don't know who I am. And from you don't know who I am, it obviously means that you don't know who you are yourself. And you will never know. No human can know who they are simply by relying on intelligence. You see what I mean? Because outward, the shadow of intelligence is not real, like I tell you. And the people who hang on to the outward form of religion only believe in what they see. They have obviously believer in it. Or go on about what they see. They have no idea what is going on in the dark. You see what I mean? So they will be forever, like I'm saying, if they was religious, be going on about whichever one of the prophets they going on about. Who cares? Is any prophet a God? I shouldn't say a God. Is any prophet God? This is what I can understand with outwardly intelligent people. What is their fascination with another human being who come out of woman? What is the fascination? Even if God give them human, I say the human, as you would imagine it then, God give the human intelligence to tell to other human being. What is so fantastic about this that we should end up worshipping the human who bring the message? Is a messenger in it, if that was the case. But like I'm telling you, when you inwardly understand what is going on in the quantum physics style, God cannot send anyone here to tell anyone anything or tell anyone what to do. The laws of God is already operating. It's called positive and negative. Have you felt it within yourself? Wrong and right. Yeah? That is the law. It's been running from time immemorial. Yeah? You are here to make a choice. Now when you're making that choice, God cannot interfere in the choice. You don't see what I mean? It is because of the fear of God why you don't understand God. So people are always thinking, oh well, God is all powerful and God can do everything. Yeah, God already done everything He can for you, yeah? Oh, have a drink at you. God has already done everything He can for you by, giving you life and giving you the earth. The fact that some outwardly intelligent man, through selfishness, because that's what outward people deal with, has what I would call rob you of your birthright. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that this state of affairs that you see here in earth is right and correct. You know what I mean? Or that it is God favoring anyone or whatever. No. God don't favor no one. God don't have any favorites. I mean, that would be partiality, and God cannot be seen as partiality. So there is no being who has ever come on the earth who is the favorite of God. Might be the well, like I say, outward intelligent man, dear God have a son. You know? But in the inward form, where the real son is, there is no special one here, you know? God is more serious than that. God business ain't a joke business. You know? You have to be serious if you're going to know the real fire God that dwell within all, rather than some fake God that the outwardly intelligent man is telling you about. It's like, for instance, even today I was thinking about this. The outwardly intelligent man have plenty buildings on earth. Yeah? Let's say in England here he's got a great cathedral in London, St. Paul. And he says now that these places are the temples of God, are the houses of God, you know. And don't forget, when a place is like God place, that means as the children of God then, we are all welcome. We should all be able to go into the house of God and express ourselves in godliness. So yeah, alright then, I'll put out a plea then to the Vatican or to any one of these great cathedrals, that as a child of God, I would like to come in your establishment and speak the word of God then. See how welcome I am. Yeah, but you love the word so much, and yet you will not welcome those who are speaking the word of God in your establishment to speak the word of God. Because if the one who know the truth from within should ever enter any one of your establishment to speak the truth, it would be to this, it would come crumbling down, of course. You see what I mean? Because the one that is speaking from within is not dealing with false pretense. You know what I mean? But I think even the Christian should should understand this concept are those who deem themselves to be Christian. Because like I said, the Jesus story isn't real. They did tell a story that the character then did go into these buildings and chase the men out. Because the man them in those times know that there was just money lenders and you know what I mean, fornicating in the building that they call the building of God. So is there any difference in modern times? No, there is no difference in modern time. Because out from you don't know your inward self, you are bound to behave inwardly, outwardly stupid. And because we're living in a world of positive and negative, you are bound to get a negative God as well. You know what I mean? Everything is duality here. So you have a God who is positive and you have a God who is negative. But like I tell you, outside of God, man is the only other creator. So it is man now who has created this negative God. And outwardly intelligent men are telling beings that, listen, if you should do X, Y, and Z plus W, see, you will end up in heaven. Now, which I want to know, which one of the men on earth has ever visited heaven? Coming back to what we say in Jamaica, you're buying puss in a bag. You see what I mean? Because no one has ever visited heaven. Yet a man is promising you that if you should do W, Q, and Y, and J plus B, you are going to end up in heaven. How did he know this? Who tell him this? You see what I mean? But people buy it still anyway. Promises a comfort to a fool. You see what I mean? So when you go shopping in this world for ideas to hold on to, careful what you're buying. Because you know, it's a buying and selling world, if you know what I mean. You know? You have to watch what you're buying, you know. Prefer sometimes you don't buy anything. You know, because things are being given away freely. But when you put in your trust, and that is not to say, you know, if we could call it knowledge and wisdom kind of thing, that is not to mean, that does not mean that to understand the outward form of life is wrong. Because we should understand both sides of life, in and out. Because that is what is going to create the balance. You see what I mean? So like I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with material things. You see what I mean? You know? It's only the way that we relate to these material things. Because after all, it was the creative energy itself that created the material world. So ain't nothing wrong with it. But what's wrong is the way that we are living in it then. I will choose to live in the material world. Because like I tell you, we are creators. So it's like, imagine your father die and leave you a little one room. And you as a son or a daughter now can add to this, or should add to it to build up, so that you can pass it on, you know what I mean? For those who are coming along. So naturally, God's created the earth for us. You know, one room, like a one room now. Now we could come here and actually add to this one room, beautify it up, you know, decorate it nicely for those who are coming behind us. But no, this is not happened. And it has not happened because we have not discovered our inward intelligence. But we have relied totally on outward intelligence, as it was. To such a degree, I say that it's not too long ago I see them. I don't know if they're still up there under the mountain in Switzerland. I think they are. They set up a whole expensive machine underneath there, colliding up something and jumping up and down and saying that they've discovered the God particle. Yeah. Why don't you discover the God that is within yourself? You're on about you discover God particle. But funnily enough, you know, scientific work, which I admire scientists because I'm a scientist. Scientific work is done on the in and on the out. So on the in you have a scientific work, and you know what scientists are like. They only deal with facts and reality. One thing with a scientist, you can bank on that. And it's the same thing with the inward scientists. Only deal with facts and reality. You know what I mean? Nothing else. There's a law that you follow, and you just follow that law. So anything there, the only difference between these two scientists then is like say the outward scientist discover how to the electric light, and he cannot demonstrate it. So people can see it and think, oh yeah, wonderful. But the inward science now, it cannot be seen like that. When the inward scientist discover what he discover and tell it to the public, it can't just be seen like that. By all, you know. Everyone who advised to see will be able to see the electric light when the outward scientist demonstrate his thing. But when the inward scientist now, like a ninth grade general, demonstrate his scientific discoveries, it's not everyone who is going to be able to understand these discoveries. You see what I mean? Because if you are in the outward form of intelligence, well, you ain't going to do that. And most human beings are schooled in the art of outward intelligence. You see what I mean? Your whole school system. You know, from you go to school and you automatically get schooled. Your ambition, your hope, your wish, your desire has been molded by outward form. You know, you've never yet, like I say, maybe I was lucky, I keep saying that. I never did get a lot of the outward form of education, and was never ever disappointed that I never did. Like some people who never get it, and then, you know, when they get older they think they're doing all the best to get it because they want to get on in life. I have never wanted to get on in material life. Simply because I'm like a racehorse. Have you ever seen, when I used to gamble and all this, and I still see it until sometimes, some of the horses, they put blinkers on them. So these horses just see one way like that. You see what I mean? So I've got blinkers on, like that. So I don't see nothing in the world. I don't want nothing here. Because I'm blinking. All I can see is what's right and correct. Now beyond the earth, you hear them on about heaven and all these things. I don't see nothing in heaven either. I'm not interested in nothing in heaven or on earth. I am just interested in the truth. You see what I mean? Now, why am I interested in the truth? Because it made me happy, really. You know, it made me let's put it this way then. The truth is something that even if there's no one around, you and it can be laughing. If you know what I mean. So you can actually live on your own with the truth and enjoy yourself, if you know what I mean. You don't need another human being to have a laugh with, like, you know. I don't need another. I'm not saying I don't enjoy laughing with other human beings, don't get me wrong, you know. I'm not a recluse. But I'm saying if I was here on my own, there is plenty of occasion, I say, that if I live on the ground floor, that if people come to my window, they probably find me here in hysterics. But I wouldn't be laughing with no one. I would just be laughing at some things that my own self is showing me, you know, are in myself. I think that they are very funny. Yeah, well, I like a bit of the... That's what I say. I walk with the disciple funny, but not the joker. You know? I don't like people telling joke, you know. But funny is a man now that he's very funny, but he's serious at the same time. So that kind of man I can work with. You know what I mean? When I say work with when I say work with, that means, you know, even though I'm doing a serious job then, You can't take yourself funny, you know. You can't take yourself serious. Well, you can't if you know a guy like funny. You can't take yourself serious anyway, because when you're on your own, he'll just tell you that you're an idiot. You know what I mean? Because he's not interested in anyone taking anything funny. You know what I mean? And I tell you, a good guy to work with as well is enthusiasm. Yes, this guy skin party now. This guy enthusiasm. A good man to work with. That means no matter what it is that you are doing. Oh no, you know when people say you get bored, that's because they don't understand the spirit of enthusiasm. That's what I say anyway. Well, anyway, coming back to this, this is what is causing the confusion. This is what causes us now, like I say, because it's an in and out thing. Because the outward form of intelligence is not real. So in the outward form of intelligence, people, they categorize people into different nationalities and race. And because the people's intelligence hasn't woken up, I mean the inner one, they actually believe that we are white man and black man and you know, and go on about these different kind of things. But because it's kind of a quantum physics kind of teaching, I'm saying, I am not saying, you know, that you shouldn't recognize yourself as black or white, you know, just for the general term that we get on with. Just like I say, I'm not saying you shouldn't recognize your name, but I'm just saying that you should understand that you're not your name. So I'm not saying you shouldn't recognize your body as we term black or white, you know, because you're in it. So why would you want to deny what you are in anyway? So one should take great pride, I say, in their body. Be the body black, white, green, yellow, you know what I mean? Pride in yourself. Pride in your body. But what I mean, don't unbalance yourself with it. Because it's not you, is it? And like I say, your body ain't better than anybody else because you don't know how that death is coming for the body. Death is a bodyguard, I say. Yes, I think that was once implied by God to guard the body. Yeah. That is God's bodyguard. And he guards the body. Now, like I'm saying, love your body, but don't take too much pride in this body. And don't be running about thinking that, oh yes, because my body have straight hair on it or straight nose, that in some way the intelligence that there is within creation has instilled some more intelligence in you. Goddamn idiot. You know what I mean? You don't, like I tell you, we're dealing here now with quantum physics. So you don't even know who's speaking to you. I tell this to people all the time. You know, when they'll say, well, who are you to say what you're saying? How do you know who I am? Who is you to tell me that I can't say what I'm saying? The easiest way I say to settle the matter, because I see they always have a lot of competition here on earth. One of them now idiot business running is what is it, pop idol or all kind of idol. Why don't you have a wise idol? Why don't you gather the you must know where the wisest of beings are on the planet. Why don't you gather them and bring them to the fire, bring the fire to them? Then you will find out the difference between in and out intelligence. Because there's a lot of, in the spiritual, there's a lot of outward spiritual masters. You see what I mean? Outside, guiding people to whatever. But these offices, just like the offices of prophets and saints, are going to get destroyed. You see what I mean? Even I, man, who is a teacher, well, I don't say I'm a teacher, because I'm destroying the offices of teacher. That's why I'm not one. Yeah. There shall be no more teacher when I finish with the matter. That's what I say. No more teacher. But there is a teacher still, you know. But what I mean now, we as beings won't ever look up to one man and say, oh yes, she's the teacher, he's the teacher. Because no one man can be the teacher, no man or woman for that matter. Because the teacher is within us. There's one teacher, yeah, just one. Just like when you see in the goddamn sky, you see one sun shining. So within yourself, you have the one himself, the general, shining. You see what I mean? Now, it's hard to sort this into the minds, like I say, of outwardly thinking beings, because they will be forever mentioning one of their what they call their great brothers. It will never sink into your head that any man who will merge out a woman is not the one. And any man who speak the word of God, so what? That is what he's supposed to do anyway. It's like you getting excited because you see a baby walking. So what? Baby's supposed to learn to walk. You see what I mean? What's the big deal? So if a man speak the word of God, why are you going about the man is wise? What is wise about doing what is right and correct and truthful and honest? That's what I want to know. So that we should admire those who are living naturally how they should live. No, the only reason why you admire and the only people who are doing it is the outward man. Intelligence. The only reason why he admire it is because he refused to do it himself. But if we was all living, imagine we are living how we should live, honestly. What's the point of telling a man how wise he is? For doing what is natural. You know what I mean? And any man who understands what is right, how could such a man then be telling people that he is wise? When whatever he knows, he would have to learn it from somewhere, innit? Because man is not the teacher of wisdom, is it? So if a man truly knows it, he's got to learn it from somewhere. Now if a man was honest in his heart and mind and soul, yeah, and he learned wisdom from the one, would he want to claim that the wisdom was his and that he was wise and that he was clever? Or would he ever set up any school or anything to lead people or claim that he is the teacher of them, when he would know for himself for sure that the teacher is in everyone? So why not just tell people that, listen, forget about me, I am of no importance when it comes down in the fire. Even though I'm always going about fire lion, you know what I mean? But I am not of no importance because I am not conscience. Conscience is within beings, male and female, you know what I mean? Conscience is the teacher. Not me or the next man or the Buddha like you come or Jesus or Selassie or some other great beings. I don't know why you like to bow to beings, bow kings and queens and royalty this and royalty that. You know what I mean? But like I tell you, cause I'm an idiot anyway still. I don't bow to human beings. I don't care who you is. You could have been Solomon 59,000 million times. I mean, I'm not interested in bowing. Wherever you meet me in creation, you are going to look me directly in the eyes as an equal being. You see what I mean? Because I don't bow. No boy. Don't care even if it's God angel as you imagine. I don't bow to angel. When angels see me, they must look me directly in the eyes as an equal being. You see what I mean? None of this, this man and... I suppose, like I tell you, these goddamn people are so crazy that if they find out that the character that they call Jesus only eat rice, that's all they would do. If they find out that him go to toilet 3 times a day, they will try and do it as well, claiming that they're following in his footsteps. So no, you probably wear the man underpants or clothes or anything. Because if you did have one of his shoes, they would still have the shoe lock up somewhere and say, oh yes, he did wear the shoe here. Just like them have a piece of cloth they call the Turin shroud. And all outside idiotic scientists studying it. So Jesus is not real. But if he did real and he did wear the clothes, so what? What has that got to do with anything? That man should be worshipping the man clothes, that man. The man dead and gone about in business. You know what I mean? His work is over here. So why are you that fascinated? And some of you are so fascinated with these characters that you wouldn't even remember your own grandmother who died. You know what I mean? No, me personally, I would, because I'm a grandmother boy, those I've spent a lot of time just me and my grand. Personally, I remember my grand and go and remember any prophet. Because I don't know them. Me and them never used to sleep in the same bed. Me and my grandmother did. I used to watch my grandmother back. I never see them. You see what I mean? I never see Jesus. Me just hear about him. But my grandmother was a living woman. You see what I mean? When me and she sleep in the same bed, you know what I mean? And she look after me. So I know her. I'm not saying I'm worshipping her. You know what I mean? But I'm saying I know her. I don't know these people that they are telling me about. Just like when you're inwardly intelligent, you know your conscience. You can't know these people that they're telling you about. You just hear about them. So what I'm saying, you hear about Jesus, yeah? Conscience is an intelligence within you. Who would you rather guide you? Your own conscience or Jesus? Who you don't know. Who's not living within your own being. You know what I mean? If the man did exist, he's a man born out of another woman. Yeah? So he is not your own conscience. He's not the one when you go in a shop. He's not the one where conscience is constantly with you, saying, don't do this, son, or don't do this, daughter. But you ignore that. Well, outward people do, what I'm saying. They ignore that. And then go and follow whatever prophet them say, God send and God never send and might send. You know what I mean? But this is coming back, like I tell you, to the outward form of intelligence. And we are ruled over by the outward form of intelligence, which is which is a form of ignorance. Anyway, it looks like we'll have to cut this reasoning short, because my friend is informing me that our light is running low. You know what I mean? And that's what is happening to, that's what happened to the outward man. Intelligent. He lacks light. You see, I would say, Bridging, your light, well, his light is not even running low. He hasn't got any. But it's not that he cannot receive any. You see what I mean? It's a matter of choice, of behavior. You see what I mean? So really and truly, those are the type of people that I'm appealing to, really. Because, you know, you can't appeal to people whose eyes are open. When your eyes open, I say, as a soldier, you are supposed to enter into the dark and try and help those who are in it. So I don't have no objection if I don't go in, I haven't been to pubs there, but I haven't got no objection to go where people are negative, because those are the people that I want to talk to. And if I talk to 100 negative man and wake one up, yeah, I'm happy. But if none of them wake up, I don't care either. You see what I mean? Because when I'm speaking, whether the world, whether my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my uncle, any friends, whether they believe it or not, I don't care, because I don't work for them. None of them, no human pay me a wage to do this job. They should pay me to do the job, because they pay idiots to go around and speak a lot of bullshit. And the only reason why I say they should pay me to do the job, because they charge people for living in properties, innit? And you need clothes and things. But it's a thing that I would do free anyway, just for some food, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you try, as an example then, a man like me getting employment. Oh no. Ain't giving me none, because they will say, where's your qualification? Well, I said, brethren, did I go to your school? I went to the internal school of the terrible and dreadful God. You see what I mean? That's where I get my qualification from. In fact, I am not come to earth for you to teach me, but for me to teach you. So you should make room in your establishment for me to come in there and instill morality into your pupils and yourself. You understand what I mean? So it's not, you cannot qualify me, because I'm already qualified under the law of the terrible and dreadful God. So when you're asking, no, but I haven't got no papers, because I've not gone to the school of the outward, where they give you your batch. When you qualify, they give you and you say, bah, bah, bah. And whenever you go anywhere and they say, who are you? You don't even know who you are. You say, oh, I am Dr. Ja, Ja, Ja. I am Professor blah, blah, blah. Or I am blah. You describe yourself as your job. But if you ever meet the fire lion and when he questions you and you say, who are you? And you say, oh, I am Professor. And you say, no, man, that's what you do. I never ask you what you did. I ask you who you are. You see what I mean? So outwardly, man, and they get so puffed up, like I say. You see them and they tell you, say, oh yeah. And before they even speak, you hear the man reading out, oh, he went to this college, and he went to that, and he have bachelors of the... All to try and convince you that this idiot has got sense. When he hasn't yet developed his intelligence. He's been to the school of outward intelligence, where they award people for being idiotic by giving them what we call bachelors of this and that and that. And now these egos now get so puffed up. When they get a distinction behind the name, they think that they can explain away everything. And if there's any debate about anything, who do they call on? These same idiotic expert who know nothing. Well, when I say you know nothing, you know, they are expert about the physical life of things as it was. Well, I'm not denying that when you go and you study in these places that you won't be able to measure how far it is from there and find out what compound make up what, and you know, so forth and so forth. Because those things are not bad in themselves. They are good in themselves, and we should find these things. But I'm saying now, because of the corruption of the outside, you know what I mean? They use these things to give you your job and your ambition. And then keep you in the outward form of intelligence and hide the inner one from you. Or you hide it from yourself due to your behavior then. When we are behaving negatively, whether we went to school or we never went to school, it stops our development spiritually. It's counterproductive to any being's soul to behave negatively against its fellow human being. You know what I mean? You actually receive your punishment straight away without realizing it when you do wrong things. Because wrong things is keeping you in ignorance and keeping your internal eyes shut. In other words, blind or dead. You know what I mean? Where you are what we would term mentally dead. So you will never be able to, like I say, penetrate and understand the oneness of life. Even though this oneness is right in front of you, like I say. You know what I mean? It's just like, before we cut off this reason here, I show you a thing where, when we are saying, oh, the 9th grade general, you know what I mean, or the 9th level. It's also the 9th level, like I say, is the name of, when you hear the name Rastafari, it's got 9 letters in it. But you count the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you reach 9, it's like a cycle, return of the 1. You see what I mean? So when you reach the 9th house, ain't nowhere else to go. It is the return of the 1. So in Firehouse we teach the message of the 1. The 1 that was in the beginning. Not no other idiotic being that was come in the middle or anywhere else. But the direct one that was in the beginning, from wherever the beginning was. You see what I mean? That's what ninth house teach. So you won't have a ninth house general going on about, oh, Thomas Brown and this man say that and the Buddha say that. We don't say fuck all what other man say. You understand? You know the truth yourself, you just speak it yourself. We don't care about what angel think and what angel is not thinking. We don't care about that. You see what I mean? All you care about when you know the truth is the truth itself. So you speak it yourself. You see what I mean? I am not a man who would like to be another being, you know. I wouldn't like to be no other being apart from myself. I wouldn't like to be God. Why would I want to be God? I'm happy being me. You understand? I am happy to follow God. But I don't want to be like God. I like, you know, I like drink a cup of tea. God, you know what I mean? Burning a spliff and doing various things. God don't do those things. So I like to do them. So now, if I like to do these things, why would I want to be God? I think to myself, oh yeah, I'm God and we are all gods. Like I hear some of these idiots who call themselves spiritualists or whatever, but we can all be gods. Why do you want to be God? It's like somebody thinking, you see the sun up in the sky, blazing sun. You are on earth, you are a different thing from the sun, but you are saying that you want to be like the sun. Instead of you just enjoying the light that the sun is giving to you. No, you're not satisfied. You feel that the sun has some power and you must be like the sun, innit? So you these idiotic human beings now are saying to themselves that, oh, God have some power. Or God have power. So we are all gods. We can all be as powerful as God. No, you are not God. And you can never be God. You better learn to be yourself. Anyway, whether you want to learn to be yourself or not, that is up to you because it's a matter of choice. It is my advice to you, my brothers, that it would be better for you to be yourself. You see what I mean? But because it's a matter of choice, you can choose what you want. You know what I mean? You can stay in outward form of in the outward form of intelligence and be as stupid as you want. Out there you can stay there and think that you are the most beautiful woman in the world. Because when you're thinking that, you will never realize that you are full of shit. And when I say you're full of shit, you know, I'm on about literal shit. That you go to the toilet and shit. All of you human beings has got distinctness within you. The fact that you dress up, you know, and you got straight now, and you know, and the fact that idiotic men, that's what I call them, men who have not yet developed their intelligence, you know what I mean, are drooling over your body, your physical body. You know what I mean? I'll tell you how sexy you are and all this thing. You know what I mean? Don't bother think that is going to make you know the truth. Sexuality cannot make you know the truth. And when I talk like that, you know, doesn't mean that as an example then, that I am saying, oh, people shouldn't have sex. Yeah, you can have sex. I say, if a man and a woman was truthfully honest with each other, if they have the energy and they want to have sex 100 times a day, no problem. The problem is now, when you and one partner, your partners you claim, and when you leave her, you gone, or when you leave him, you go around the corner and go with somebody else. That brings into play lying, cheating, and a darkness within the soul. Because sexuality have a lot to it as well. You understand? So, like I say, I'm a man. I have sexual feelings. You know what I mean? Before I was 27, I never controlled them because I would cheat and lie. Just like any other man. Because that's what the world is, isn't it? It's all about, they'll do anything. When in that state of mind, you'll tell any lie just to get to sleep with a woman then. You know what I mean? Or maybe she's telling you the lie. Everybody's lying, innit? Vice versa. Cheating on each other. You know what I mean? But that's how things go when you are in that side of things. But I'm saying now. Yeah, I'm saying now that we mature and we understand ourselves as beings, what you do, you have a partner, one partner, and then you don't bother with this lying and cheating and whatever. And like I say, if you have the energy, you and your one partner, have sex 5,000 times a day, because it would be an honest behavior. There would be no lying and cheating with it. It would be done by two willing persons. You understand? So you can be as sexy as you want. You see what I mean? It's only when you start to lie and cheat. You know what? That's what makes things depraved. So like I say to myself then, rather than being in a relationship where people are lying and cheating, you know what I mean? Or if they go behind your back, they go on and see somebody else and they run off. Which is what happened to my last relationship after 20 years. It's better that I don't be in one. Because I have met anyone faithful in the earth yet, who is willing to be faithful. Now I am not blaming others for not being faithful to me, because there was a time when I wasn't being faithful to them. You know what I mean? So they are just in that same state as me. They do things in ignorance. But now that I've reached the age that I am, it would be better if I wait around then and see if there's anyone who is honest within themselves and truthful and who love the truth and who is not just looking at the physical. You see what I mean? Because if I was relying on physicality, I would have gone and fixed my teeth a long time ago. But for that very reason, I decided not to do it. You see? So if I meet a queen or a woman, she'll have to meet me first with my mouth like this. Later on we can go and fix it, you know what I mean? Because I am not going to fix it, like I say, until I get some money. If I don't get no money, I'm just dead with it, innit? Because where I'm going, I won't be carrying my teeth with me, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we're going to wind down this reasoning because we seem to have run out of lighting, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do, we're going to reel out, fade out, and fire out from the firehouse. See? Fire out.